Hi, everybody. Thomas Miller back in the Aspen Batcave and host of the Subconscious Mind Mastery podcast, available on iTunes, and also the narrator of 10 audiobooks now and counting, about to finish number 11, by author, speaker, reality creation coach, and now my friend, Fred Dodson. I wanted to talk again about the book that I did in the last video, Success Attracts Success. I'll be reading through these audiobooks, and it's just like sometimes I usually narrate early in the mornings, and sometimes a section just jumps off the page, taps me on the shoulder, and says, "Hey, that's for you." Well, that's what this section did when I was reading it, when I was doing Success Attracts Success. This is about being mentally tough. What are the characteristics of being mentally tough? Because in business, when we're attracting success, when we're out in the world trying to make it successfully, sometimes you have to be mentally tough. Well, here's what Fred has to say about that.
Number 1. Habits of mentally strong people. These characteristics are listed in a chart in the book. They tolerate uncertainty and discomfort. They are persistent. They take responsibility for their reality. They prioritize and filter. They appreciate others. They can take action even when it's inconvenient. They are mostly upbeat and optimistic. They're not afraid of rejection and disapproval. They work and act self-motivated. They're comfortable with change. And they are fine when alone. Here's one of my favorite live seminar exercises. You sit in the middle of a circle of people and have them criticize, insult, and doubt you while you stay calm. The exercise teaches that others' bad vibes have more to do with them than with you. Instead of becoming worried, justifying yourself, and becoming a slave to others' actions, you develop genuine compassion for the attacker. If you can do that, their anger will only bounce off of you and hurt them. Others' negativity can be a gift, an opportunity for you to grow and transcend the need to push back or lower yourself to their level. It's easier to do this in a seminar context than in real life because you preset the intention to stay calm no matter what the other person says. It's not always easy to see, but it's not really the other that is making you feel bad. You make yourself feel bad with how you interpret what is said and how you react. When someone delivers negative energy to the doorstep of your heart and you start feeling sorry for yourself, you can catch yourself in that instant, wake up, and realize others don't define who you are. What if you actually made a mistake? Is their criticism valid? Sure it is, and you can acknowledge that. But needing to be perfect or always looking good in front of someone indicates mental weakness. You don't need to be perfect. You don't need to pretend to be without fault, without desire, without aversions, etc. You don't need to protect an illusory clean sheet at all costs. You can admit to your shortcomings without wallowing in guilt. Being okay with not being okay makes you truly okay. The mentally tough understand that a calm sea doesn't make a skilled sailor. It's not the sea that must stay calm, it's the sailor who must remain at ease. The mentally tough person doesn't mind being verbally attacked. It gives him or her the wonderful opportunity to practice new types of responses, including the important delayed response. The delayed response helps you not react on impulse or pure emotion, but in a more reasonable, humorous, or kind manner. When the mentally tough find themselves falling into the role of trying to please others, they'll catch themselves and regain perspective. Why? Because trying to please others doesn't actually please others. Being yourself and being good to yourself pleases others, because when you're in a delightful state, you have more energy to give in the form of admiration, kindness, respect, and ideas. As a mentally tough person, you rarely dwell on the past. You may have had the time of your life with a group of people, but the moment you leave the room, you can attend to what's before you and leave the group behind. You may have had the greatest night of your life with a loved one, but the instant you leave the house and return to the here and now, you forget about him or her. Does that sound a little harsh? Maybe so, but it's a good exercise in mental toughness. When you were with the loved one, your attention was completely there. And when you were out on the street, your attention shifted completely there. Being present is a sign of mental toughness. You love being with them, but you also love being alone. The mentally tough are persistent. This can sometimes be seen as stubbornness, but when they have committed to a goal, they stick to it despite changing moods and circumstances until that goal is achieved. Their motto is, "I don't quit when I'm tired, I quit when I'm done." Even when inconvenient or uncomfortable, they can take action toward their goal whether the sun shines or whether it rains. They prioritize and filter their activities according to their main goals. That also means there's no hesitation in cutting ties to people who are harmful. This quality may seem cold to onlookers, but staying with a negative person out of compassion is actually a false compassion that serves neither you nor that person. Mentally strong people are generally upbeat and optimistic and appreciate others. It can require some toughness to stay upbeat in a generally low to mid-energy world. The mentally tough are self-motivated. They don't wait for guidance, permission, or approval. They don't require weeks or months to overcome negative events, only a few hours or days at the most. The mentally tough are comfortable with change. While change makes many people fearful and rigid, the mentally tough feel elated and adventurous when things are moving and transforming. Mental strength follows from a basic understanding of the nature of reality. The mentally strong understand that they are continually connected to the abundance of the universe, but that access to that abundance comes from within and only by their own initiative.
You know, sometimes we need to take on things to strengthen our mentally tough muscle. It's like going to the gym and doing reps to strengthen our arms or our legs. But we don't want to get into a situation where it pulls our energy down. And there's more about the energy of success in the book, Success Attracts Success. I hope you'll go to Audible and pick it up, or iTunes. You can get it in the iTunes store as well. And here is a list of all of the books that are available on audio, narrated by me, written by Fred Dodson. Thank you for watching, and thank you for listening.